English.
Well, hello, good evening, and welcome everyone. This is another episode of Talk Leadership with Cedric. I am Cedric LaFleur, and I'm your host. You know, Talk Leadership with Cedric is when we talk with leaders, educators, and local thought leaders about interesting things. Tonight, we're going to have a short show. We won't be an hour, we'll be 30 minutes. But I jumped on because I had a conversation with a good friend of mine earlier this week, and it was at the end of last week actually, and they were struggling with a few things. Now I wasn't even going to have a show this evening. This week is homecoming week at Washington Marion High School, baby, and you know the Charging Indians, we're gonna turn it up. But I was talking to this friend, and they were struggling. Now you may be struggling with something right now as well, and so the reason I want to come on here is because what they told me they were struggling with has been resonating with me for the last several days. And I know a lot of people may be struggling with the exact same thing. Now, this friend of mine told me that, one, they're an entrepreneur, and they were down on themselves because their business wasn't doing what they thought it was going to do. You see, they had all these dreams and hopes and goals and wishes and all this type of stuff, but their business is not doing what they thought it was going to do, meaning that it's not producing like they thought. They're not getting the clients like they thought. They thought it was just going to be, easily you put up a shield, you have some services, you have some products, and people are going to come because they know a lot of people. Here's what I want you to understand, folks. It's not about being an entrepreneur and owning a business. It's not about knowing a lot of people. Right? There's a lot of people that know a lot of people. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a successful business. There's some fundamental things that you have to do, but it all starts first with your mindset, right? Mindset definitely matters, right? The way you think, the way you believe, the way you process things, the way you listen, the way you don't listen, hear people, respond to people, react to people, all those things matter in your business. Now, this friend is okay for me talking about some of these things because I asked him about this, right? And he said, look, I've been doing this business for about a year now. Now, you may be an entrepreneur who's been in your business for about a year. And he said, I've only had 2 clients. And he said that he continues to go out. He has lead generation. He goes to networking events, and he posts on social media. He has actually done some paid advertisements, but he's not getting any traction. So the one question I asked him to see if he was doing the right thing or not, the right stuff, I asked him, how consistent are you? And he said, well, Cedric, I will tell you that I have good weeks and then I have, not so good weeks. He said, sometimes I'm consistent for 2 or 3 days in a row in terms of posting, advertising, reaching out to people and all of this type stuff. But then I'll go 2 or 3 days or maybe even a week without doing anything. Now, let me tell you what, folks, when he was saying this, I started thinking, this is a problem. But I also started thinking the power of consistency, right? Now, he's heard me say it before. Consistency matters when you have a business. Now, you may say, hey, Cedric, I'm consistent in my business. I don't know. But for him, he wasn't being consistent in his business. So then once I found out that he wasn't being consistent in his business, I asked him another question to understand. I said, so where do you want to be in 1 year in your business? Well, he couldn't really tell me that. I said, so where do you want to be in 6 months? All he knew is he wanted to have multiple clients. You see, folks, you can't just want to have multiple clients. You can't just be consistent sometime. You can't operate in a stable business being inconsistent. So after I asked him those 3 questions, I just stopped asking questions after that. I said, now, let me tell you a couple things. And that's why, again, why I'm having this show tonight. And I'm only going to be here for a short time, because I want you to understand, as an entrepreneur, you have to be consistent. Whether you feel like it or not, whether you want to or not, you have to be consistent, because nobody is going to buy from an inconsistent owner, business owner, right? Because they don't want you to start working with them and then you stop. And inconsistent people tend to let life challenges get in the way. Everybody has life challenges. Everybody has difficulty, but you can't let those things get in the way. I hear entrepreneurs all the time say, well, this person died and this person got sick, so I stopped. And no, you can't do that. Look, we all know we all are going to die. We all have a reservation at some cemetery without the privilege of cancellation, but you cannot just quit going because somebody dies. Now, look, I'm as sensitive as anybody else. I can be empathetic with as anyone else, but that can't stop you. See, because you have to keep going, right? Now, let me also say this. If you have no goals, so you can't just say, I want a lot of customers. You can't just say, I want more clients. You can't just say, I want more money. That doesn't work. That's not a good method for you. Mindset matters. And if you want to unleash your potential, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want the $1 million beach house, you have to be willing to be consistent in an inconsistent world. You have to be willing to keep going, even though you have those challenges, those setbacks. People die, people get sick, you lose relationships. You have to be willing to keep going, even under those circumstances. You may lose your job, but you can't be inconsistent in your business. Your customer doesn't want to hear all of that stuff. Don't bring problems to them, bring solutions. So the way you're going to be consistent, one, you got to set some goals for you have to set some goals for your business. You have to know where you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 6 months from now. If you don't, you're just going to wade in the water and waffle in the wind. So consistency is important for you. And let me tell you, so I started giving him advice. And I said, look, guy, here's what I need you to do. And I'm saying guy because I just want to keep his name out of it. I said, look, we need to sit down and we need to set some goals for your business. And then we also have to set up some routines that you're going to do every single day, regardless of what happens. See, the reason why I say I'm always great when you ask me how am I doing, I'm not living living with rose-colored glasses on, right? I just know that I have to prepare my mind for when adversity comes. And trust me, adversity comes all the time. Well, not all the time, but it comes. And you have to be prepared for that. So I tell myself I'm always great. So when that adversity comes, I'm prepared. When that adversity comes, I'm not going to have a setback. When that adversity comes, I can power through it. When that adversity comes, I can keep going. When that adversity comes, I can be consistent in my business every day. Not some days, not most days, not every other day, but every single day, because that's what my clients are expecting. When they hire me, they're expecting me to be consistent with what I say I'm going to do contractually. I can't decide that today I'm not going to go into the account and tell them, hey, well, I'm sorry, but this is going on, so I can't go. Well, they're not paying me for that. They're paying me to be there, to show up. So you have to do that as well. You have to make sure that you're prepared when those difficult times come. Mindset matters. You got to train yourself on that. Nobody's going to wake up every day and call you and say, hey, you need to get in your business today. No, nobody's going to do that. You have to do that. You have to have that consistency, the habits in your business so that you can be consistent on a daily basis, on a routine basis for your clients. They're expecting that of you. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to go to the next level, there's some things that you have to be willing to do. And that's be consistent. Now, The other thing I told him after I said, hey, we have to set some goals for you. I'm going to track you. I'm going to track every day for you. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to track to see what you do. And then after that, you're going to take it. See, because what I want to do is get him on a routine of doing things and not quitting, not giving up. Just because no one likes your post or just because your customer didn't call you back. How many clients, potential clients, do I have not call me back? Yeah, I have a lot. But guess what? It doesn't stop me from calling them again. It doesn't stop me from emailing them again. It doesn't stop me from going into their facility. Yeah, I got to keep going because guess what? There's a lot of other people trying to call them as well. And if I stop, guess what? Somebody else is going to reach them. Then all of a sudden, now you're going to be mad because they signed a contract, they're doing business, they're bringing in other people and not you because you are not consistent. Consistency is the key. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have people that's going to tell you no. I have a lot of clients that I have contracts with say, no, we don't want to do this right now. Or I have potential clients that say, no, we don't want to do business with you right now. We can't afford it. We don't have time. We don't, all of these excuses. That's okay. It happens. But I still have to be consistent. If you see my emails that I send out to individual clients or the phone calls that I make to individual clients or the text message I make to individual clients, I still offer them different things. They're going to say yes to something at some point, and I'm going to be there when they're ready to say yes. So that's what you have to do. You see, you have the ability to do it. You have all the tools that you need to do it. I'm talking about the tools within you to do it. You may need some other tools to help you in your business, but you have the tools that you need within you to do it. But you don't want to be consistent. You want to quit the minute adversity comes. You want to quit the minute someone tells you no. You want to stop when it gets hard, when it gets tough. The grinding part of the job is what I really like. Now, I love being in front of customers, but I don't mind the grinding part of it. You see, it says 8-time published author. That's not by mistake. That's because consistency. Keep going, keep doing things. Is it a lot of work? Yes. Is it worth it in the end? Yes. Am I going to keep going? Yes. Do I get tired? Yes. Do I want to stop sometimes? Yes. But do I stop? No. Do I have other things I want to do? Yes. But my business is counting on me. Your business is counting on you. Your clients are counting on you. And guess what? How happy are you going to be when you have those clients coming to you? When they're calling you saying, hey, we want you. We've selected you. We need you. You're going to be happy with that, but you have to be consistent. Up on the screen, it says $1 Million 𝗍𝗀𝗱𝗍𝗶, my journey to an extraordinary life. The rags to riches journey from teen marriage to $1 Million 𝗍𝗀𝗱𝗍𝗶. That's not by accident, folks. Nobody gave it to me, folks. I worked. I used to have a whole lot of hair. It's all gone now to get to where I'm at today. Now, here's what I want you to know. You can too. I'm special. You can too. You have the ability to do all of those things as well. I just want you to know you have to be consistent. You have to be willing to not quit, not stop when it going gets tough, when it gets hard. You have to be willing to keep going. Every day is not going to be a bed of roses. Every day is not going to be exciting. Every day is not going to be celebration. Sometimes it's going to be heartache. Trust me. I don't like when customers tell me no, but I don't worry about it. No just means not right now, not today. It doesn't mean forever no. I embrace it. And I just say to myself, oh, I'll be back because I have another product. I have another service. See, I have so much in the bag. I'm not worried about them saying no right now. They're going to have to get something. They're going to need something at some point. It's the power of consistency. I just need you to understand that, folks. It's the power of consistency. And when you're consistent, man, wins start coming your way. Now I'm gonna bring somebody up on the stage here, boom, 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 in the studio in just a little bit, right? She understands the power of consistency. Now, are y'all ready? I don't know if y'all can handle all this because we're about to go in a whole nother direction, but she coming to stage anyway. I see her in the background right now. She's like, let me in, let me in. She banging on the door, right? Power of consistency. Let's go. What's up, Alex?
What's up? How's it going?
That's going great on my end.
It's going great on my end too.
Well, that is awesome. So you popped in right at the right time. I'm in here right now talking about consistency. I was telling about a conversation I was had with a friend of mine early this week, or at the end of last week, and they were discouraged a little bit, and I had to pump them up, but I had to talk about some things. And one, consistency is one of those things that we were talking about, because they've been very good at being inconsistent in their business, but expecting consistent results. It just doesn't work that way. Right? So now we're going to do a little bit of a shift here. All right. So now some of you know, some of you might not know, but Alexis is my niece. Right? Now, Alexis is an entrepreneur. Alexis is a football player. Alexis is a football coach. Alexis is she doesn't travel as much anymore, but she used to travel a whole lot, right? So the power we're talking about consistency. This is an example of the power of consistency. I remember how she started when she started her business, because she was in our boot camp, so I know those things, right? And where she was and where she is today is a totally different world because of the consistency, right? And I want you to understand, folks in Lake Charles, wake up, she's coming. So we know this week is Washington Marion Homecoming. She's also an alumnus of Washington Marion High School in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we're about to turn the city out here in a couple more days. And Alexis is going to be in Lake Charles, and she's going to be doing some training. So I'm going to turn the mic over to her, and I'm going to let her talk about what she's going to be doing, because see, I want you to be in the room. Lake Charles, Washington Marion, LCB, no, y'all closed, but y'all still there. All right. LaGrange, Barb, St. Louis, Sulphur High, Westlake High, Starks High, DeQuincy High. I want y'all to be in the room, because she's about to bring this West Coast stuff on y'all. And I don't know if y'all ready for this or not, but boom, Alexis, let's talk about what you're going to be doing here in a couple of days.
Well, I hope they're going to be ready for it, Uncle. We're going to find out, though. We're going to see. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a class on green knowledge, cannabis education in Louisiana, because I don't think everybody is aware or they know that medicinal marijuana is now legal in the state of Louisiana. So when I was home, I don't know, July, for my wife's grandfather's birthday, I had some people come ask me questions, just inquisitive things, just kind of seeking knowledge to understand, like, they have questions about cannabinoids or what's something good for them to try, or if they should try it. I'm not a doctor, and I tell them that I'm not a doctor, but I do have some knowledge to, kind of help you make an informed decision on your own. So I took it as an opportunity, since I'm coming home for homecoming anyway. I felt like other people have the same questions. So I'm coming to teach the community, to help everybody know, make them aware of the new states and the new laws of what cannabis is going to be in Louisiana for them, what legal cannabis looks like, how to shop, going up to the dispensary and getting them the proper terminology, or just making them feel comfortable asking the right questions about the right things and stuff like that. And then also how to read the labels. Like when you go into these places, you need to kind of read to understand what you're reading, what you're buying, when it was harvested, things like that. So I plan on having fun. It's going to be a very interactive session. We're going to do a lot of questions and answers, interactive training, because I am a bud tender as well. We're going to do live practice so you can see what it's like. And a bud tender is the opposite of a
I was
bartender.
gonna say, what is that?
So a bartender sells drinks. A bud tender helps people find the correct cannabis products for them in a dispensary. So that's what I do here in Las Vegas. So yeah.
Okay, so they're called a barista.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but the term on my check says bud tender.
Okay, all right. So it's gonna be in Lake Charles. Tell us what, where, when, time, all of that stuff.
I got you. So it's going to be Saturday, October the 4th. So those that are going to be going out from homecoming games, sorry, you might have to wake up a little early, but it's going to be from 10 to 12:30 p.m. at 1731 West Prion Lake Road. The doors will open at 9:30. We're going to have light refreshments and some coffee, so we can talk and kind of get ourselves situated and acclimated for the class. There is
Well, you said where is it going to be?
1731 West Prion Lake Road.
Okay, I'm gonna put that up on the screen so that people know.
10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So it's early, but not too early.
Yeah. Okay. That's up on the screen. Saturday, October 4th, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. 1731 West Prion Lake Road. Show up.
Show up, be there.
Out.
I'm so ready for it. There's a link on Eventbrite, or it's going to be $20 at the door. But come ready. Definitely have some good swag ready for everybody, and I'm just excited. Like,
if you have a link, send me.
Yeah, I have a link. It's Eventbrite. I'll send you the link.
Put it in the comments, and then I can put it in the private chat. Then I can post it so that people can
got you.
Click on it.
I'll definitely do that here in a minute. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah.
So while she's pulling that link in, I'll post it in the comments here. That's going to be Saturday, October 4th at 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you can go get your cannabis education knowledge on. Right, 1731 West Prion Lake Road in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So folks, look, Thursday, you're gonna be in the city. You're going to the parade. I don't care what school you went to. You're going to the best parade in the city. So let's just get that over with.
Yeah, right? Everybody going to the parade, no matter.
Yes,
what.
And then Friday, 3:00. You know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be at the tailgate. You're gonna try to say I'm not going and all of this type of stuff. You just fooling yourself today because you're gonna be there because that's the event of the city, right? Everything else in the city is gonna be closed. So boom, you're gonna be at the tailgate, right? The next thing is you go to the game, watch the football game. They all right. You watch the game, but then Saturday morning you're gonna party it out Friday night to after parties. You know what? Hey, look, I'm not gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna tell the stories, but y'all know what's gonna happen Friday night, right? And then Saturday morning, you get to sleep till about 9. Boom, you get up, and all of a sudden, you'll be ready to go for Saturday morning at 10. And at 10, Miss Alexis is gonna be on it. She's gonna hit it. She's gonna bring it. Now you just have to make sure that you're ready to go. So Saturday morning, 10 a.m. 1731 West Prion Lake Road, right? And I'm gonna put this link here in the chat. I'm just checking to make sure that it works. I'll put this in the chat, and then you can go to the event. So let me put it here. I'm gonna put it in the comments, right? So that's there, and then that's going on. That's going to go on. That's in the chat. So you got to, in the in the Facebook link. All you got to do is click on that link. It's there. It's ready to go. You got a compliment. It said Robin. Robin says, "Yes, you did." Oh, talk about me.
I guess you had a jerk. Yeah, you had a jerk curl back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. See, Robin, now you going too far. Now you telling people all the stuff.
Looking like Prince.
Hey, it is what it is. I had to make it do what it do.
I understand that. I do like homecoming week. I like all the old pictures that are coming up. I had a couple people send me some from, I don't even remember taking the pictures, but it was in band room. Like, I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm actually headed to the city tomorrow. And we'll get ready. This is my 40th year reunion anyway.
It's my 20th.
Let's go. All right. Well, there you go. See, you got the youngsters in the house. So that's why they have it in at 10. See, the old folks, we'd have it at 8 o'clock in the morning because we know how to get up. See?
Yeah. I'm gonna have coffee. There'll be coffee there.
There'll be coffee to wake you up. All right.
Yes, sir.
So tell us again, what are they going to get when they go there?
So the purpose of it, and I just want to make sure everybody knows it, like, you don't have to come in here thinking you're a guru or that you want to go like all into the cannabis industry. It's just really for people that want to know the knowledge, the education, what's the legal status, what the state's saying, the laws are saying, what does it look like, what does legal cannabis look like, how do you obtain a medical card in Louisiana, and then kind of we'll go into depth on what the plan is, what it can do for you, different terminology, things like that, how to shop in a dispensary, how to read the labels, things like that. It's going to be real hands-on, real back and forth, real good interaction.
Okay. All right. And this is all hosted by you and Edibles by Alex. So Edibles by Alex. So tell us a little bit about Edibles by Alex.
Edibles by Alex is my company that I've been building over the past few years now. We help people focus on their taste buds, elevating their meals, elevating, just the whole cooking experience with cannabis, and also elevating your leadership in the cannabis space. So just educating and letting people know, showing them the different wows, the different measures, the different wonders that the cannabis plant offers and brings to everybody.
Okay. All right. And if they wanted to purchase something from Edibles by Alex, how do they do that?
You can go to 𝗬𝗚𝗚𝗍𝗶.co.
Okay. Edibles by Alex.co.
Yes, sir. And the direct link, that's the website. It breaks down everything that we do, from teaching the cannabis classes, like what I'm doing now when we go to Lake Charles, just more on a wild spectrum space. And then also different ways to elevate your taste buds, different recipes, meals, cooking essentials. And on the other side of that, it has the leadership information, mentorship, and one-on-one sessions with myself to go from there, to help people thrive in the cannabis space.
That is true. Tell us a little bit about how long have you been in this space?
So I've been full-time now, legally working in the cannabis space for almost a whole year now in Las Vegas. I went from working in corporate America. I did that for 10 years. No shade. I loved it. I enjoy food. That's my thing. But I really wanted to go all in. So the opportunity came and I went for it. So I work full-time at a dispensary here in Las Vegas on the Strip, actually one of the top ones. I'm by Bud 10, and I'm an inventory specialist as well. So that is cool and it's fun. It's nice. I love it. I get to do this all day, talk to people all day long about what they need and what they're looking for. From people coming in with arthritis, people just coming in because they coming to Vegas for a fight. I love it.
So if you coming in and you got a little arthur hanging in that arm, you got a little arthritis in that knee, you going up in there, and guess what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you some good information, and I actually have a company that works at Good Day Farms in Lake Charles. Synergy Works. They actually gave me some samples to give out to people. So it's gonna be a transdermal patch. So that's something new and something different. People not aware of that. It was like, what is that? So we're gonna get into that. Just different methods of consuming, and a transdermal patch helps with the author. Bam.
Look at that. So you got all kind of goodies and treats that you can try out while you're there, and you're gonna get this good education, and you're gonna learn about it, right? And it's legal in your state for she'll tell you all the different purposes that it's legal in the state of Louisiana, and nothing wrong with getting a little education. Nothing wrong with increasing the power of the mind. Now you know, right? And guess what? Get you one of those patches. That little arthritis will be gone. You're gonna start feeling good, walking good. All of a sudden, you're going to eat with it. You're gonna be eating a whole lot.
The main thing I want people to know: education is going to help us break the stigma and help us move forward with progress into the future of cannabis. So education, and that's going to be my part to help the community grow.
Awesome. So that's Saturday, October 4th, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., 1731 West Prairie and Lake Road, right in the great city of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Folks, you're going to already be there for homecoming. So you might as well go on ahead and wake up Saturday morning and get some of this education around cannabis. And like she said earlier, you're going to get that green knowledge, right? And it's coming right to your city, right? You may not be able to get it anywhere else. So you're going to get it right here in your city. So go ahead, and the link is in the comments. Go ahead and click on the link and get registered and show up. And let's show that West Coast girl that Lake Charles still got it.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, just everybody be safe. Have fun this weekend out there for the Northside holiday for homecoming. And I want to see y'all registered in the building, in the class. Let's get this knowledge and move forward.
Well, that is awesome, folks. So, I was starting the show talking about consistency, right? And it's up to you to be consistent. You can decide that, you know what, I want a business, but I'm not going to be consistent in. I'm going to be inconsistent in. And guess what's going to happen? You'll be out of business soon, right? Now, or you can decide that you want to be consistent in your business. If you want to do that, come on over here to LaFleur Leadership Institute. Let me help you understand how to be consistent, the power in it. Boom, I'll give you a no charge session to help you understand how to change this mindset, how to get where you want to be. I had this book up earlier, $1 Million Beach House. You want to live in that? I'll show you how to get there. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. All you got to do is be willing to show up. Consistency is the key. LaFleur Leadership Institute is the website. Reach out to me. You know my number. It's right on the website. It's on my Facebook. It's on all my social media. Go to LaFleurLeadershipBooks.com and grab one of our 8 books that we have out. I'd love to shout out to you, give you a talk about something. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., 1731 West Prairie and Lake Road. Go get some of that green knowledge in Lake Charles, Louisiana. That's Edibles by Alex. Peace, and we out of here.